Okay, so this video is directed at people who are what we would call neurodivergent, and that means ADHD, autism, bipolar, borderline personality disorder, other cluster B personality disorder, or more. And I'm going to explain how you can very easily still have social confidence and be just as socially successful as your neurotypical peers. But first of all, you need to understand that you almost certainly carry more trauma in your nervous system than your neurotypical peers. That's not because of bad luck, it's because of how the world treats a brain that works differently. So I want to start with mentioning something that people don't actually know, and that's that neurodivergence is not rare. Based on my experience working with clients, around 1 in 3 people are neurodivergent. Pretty much all of us carry the genetics for neurodivergence somewhere. These traits exist in the gene pool for a reason. In hunter-gatherer times, they were massive survival advantages. Today, neurodivergent people are overrepresented among founders, entrepreneurs, and billionaires. These traits come with a trade-off, but they are not a defect. The neurodivergent children are alienated, misunderstood, and mistreated, not because they're broken, but because the modern world is generally not built for them. When a young child doesn't fit in, the brain goes into overdrive trying to find acceptance. The superego, the inner critic, gets overloaded. The result in adulthood is a much louder inner critic, lower self-esteem, and a much higher threshold you have to cross just to feel okay. Healing takes more work. It's not unfair, it's just true. Knowing it helps. Now, the most important thing here I want to say is that masking is draining you. Most neurodivergent people mask, which means hiding their true traits to fit in. This could be correcting how you speak. A lot of neurodivergent people speak slightly differently, so they're correcting their speech to fit in, to sound like a normal neurotypical person. Or they may have stronger emotional reactions to things that other people don't, so they try to suppress that emotional reaction and appear normal, calm, cool, and collected. And a lot more. The problem with this is it's exhausting and it never fully works. Even when you pull it off well, like a lot of girls do, something doesn't add up with the people around you. Your subcommunication is always incongruent. People feel uneasy without knowing why. You feel rejected without knowing why. And on top of that, you're hypervigilant, meaning you're mentally scanning every social situation, calculating every word, leaving zero bandwidth for actual connection. The fix here is not better masking. Masking is the problem. So the two-part solution. Step 1, demask completely. Total self-acceptance and reintegration of all of the parts of yourself that you've suppressed since childhood is not optional. It's the foundation. Congruence and authenticity is what makes someone socially magnetic. Many of the greatest communicators, leaders, and creatives in history were neurodivergent. They didn't succeed by hiding. Reintegrate your traits, own them, and that will be where your power is. The second step is to find your people. Here's a hard truth. Deep connection between a neurodivergent person and a neurotypical person is genuinely difficult. The further the neurotype gap, the harder it gets. This is not a personal failure. It's neurological reality. Your job is not to win over neurotypical people. Your job is to find other neurodivergent people, and they're everywhere. 1 in 3, remember. If you're neurodivergent, look around you. Your closest friends almost certainly are too. Stop taking neurotypical rejections, feedback about your work. It's feedback about compatibility. I also want to mention social calibration. Once you've demasked and accepted yourself totally, something will shift. Social flow will start to come naturally. In essence, you'll lose that social awkwardness. But there is still a gap that most neurodivergent people face. Social calibration. This is about 20% or so of social skill. The analytical part. Reading the room, adjusting your timing, how you approach. The other 80% is emotional. And once you're authentic, that just comes. The 20%, the social calibration, is just practice. Get out there, interact, and it'll sharpen over time. So what to do about the anxiety? Neurodivergent people carry a lot of trauma in their nervous system. Be honest with yourself. You may never fully get rid of it. You may always be a slightly more anxious person than those around you. That's okay. It will show up as some social anxiety, hypervigilance, and difficulty relaxing around people. The worst thing you can do is resist it or try to hide it. The best thing you can do is accept it, be congruent with it, and move through the situation anyway. Don't fight the anxiety. Acknowledge it, let it be there, and act regardless. That is how you build genuine confidence over time. So here's the summary. You're not broken. You're 1 in 3. Your traits have evolutionary value, and your trauma is real but workable. Demask, accept yourself fully, practice calibration, and stop resisting the anxiety. The path forward isn't about trying to become or appear like a neurotypical. It's about becoming fully, unapologetically yourself.